on Iwtv News.
Sophomore Day in Reiver Country.
I think it could be a good job in the future for me.
Showcase Fair at Iowa Western.
There was one girl that I know will be here next semester.
On target again for another Natty.
I think it's one of the greatest compliments I could ever dream of.
Field of Dreams in all of JUCO.
Big time being out here.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to our latest edition of Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. You know, the future came to Iowa Western recently. Not once, but twice. And I got a question. Did you know what you wanted to do when you were in the 10th grade? I thought so. Well, here's some help. In the eye of the storm, or in this case, lining up for the High School Sophomore Career Forum in Reiver Country.
Love the sweatshirt.
Intended for our sophomores in the area to be able to come in, do some career exploration, get to learn a little bit more about Iowa Western, just a chance for them to do some exploring.
7 or so schools take a seat and are ready to explore the possibilities from 10 a.m. until noon.
You guys are being asked to start to determine what you want to do when you grow up.
17 areas of interest are represented, and each student signs up to visit 3.
Just to hopefully learn more about the careers that I want to go into. I want to go in the medical field somewhere, so.
Well, part of today is really to start exploring different things,
Trying
really
to
start looking at
learn about, just learn about what to do in high school,
There is hundreds of thousands of different kinds of careers out there. There's not just a nurse, there's not just a psychiatrist, there's not just a cook. Anywhere from manufacturing to nursing, culinary, so they're really getting to select different types of careers that they want to do a little bit more exploring on.
Not interested in the actual electrical part of the trade. There are multiple other.
And then we have a community member actually explaining some more information about those careers.
That is not a field electrician or apprentice. Trying to do like a dirty jobs thing, get some kids back into the trades, show them that it's not what they thought it was, and that throughout my apprenticeship I worked on the World Herald building downtown, we did the fire alarm down there, and then worked in several hospitals. There's plenty of money to be made doing trades versus a 4-year school. You don't work with the same 4 or 5 people all the time. It's nice to feel like the trade is the first choice and not an afterthought. Like they didn't get into the trade because something else didn't work out, that they actually want to do it right out of the gate.
It's pretty neat, pretty interesting. Electricity is probably the best one to go into.
We always joke that everybody needs us, right? That's why we're the coolest.
I thought it was really interesting because you got to learn what you do right out of high school, and he went over a lot of stuff.
Overtime, right? 6 years, whatever.
I like it. I like the amount of money that we can make an hour starting off, and I think it could be a good job in the future for me.
It's been good feedback, especially for our high schools in the area. They're wanting to get their students exposed to these kinds of things.
Your breakout sessions will be on there.
They lined up, were exposed to some possibilities, and then zeroed in on the kinds of things that may be in their future. The Sophomore Career Forum at Iowa Western. The beauty of it? In the eye of the beholder. And lo and behold, high schoolers from all over the area made the trek to Reiver Country a few days later. Now, the first time around, it was about their possible future. And this time, their future perhaps at Iowa Western. The world, or around 10 area high schools, comes to Iowa Western. The showcase for over 100 9th to 12th graders is laid out from 9 a.m. to noon.
The goal of today is to really showcase campus and its programs. So we've brought in faculty to be able to speak with students about their different types of programs.
9 different types of programs, including media studies, television, and/or radio, are on display.
Oh, the technology. We have the same equipment that they're using in the field out in the street in Omaha. Everything here is top notch. They get truly everything they need in 2 years.
The students are just wanting to learn more. They want to know what Iowa Western has to offer, how they can get their education started here. Feedback from our previous event was great.
When you said you want to conquer, we went and got it. Ever since I was here at Iowa Western, it has set the stage for me to have an actual career. I mean, I tell people all the time, I keep my light bill paid, I put gas in my car. Even at $4 a gallon, I can afford to eat and live and have a couple of kids. I've had a career because of what I had here at Iowa Western.
And then you get a tool list.
I think they're interested in cars. Some of them have worked on cars, so they know a little bit about cars, but I think they're interested, they're curious, and they want to know what we can offer them. It's great. I don't think I got this opportunity when I was their age, and I think I would have jumped at the chance to get a little bit of insider information, get a walk around, get kind of a taste of what I could be experiencing.
Well, when I came here to Iowa Western, I was just curious about the automotive program and what I'm going to do in the future.
So far, yes. It's interesting and it looks fun.
Really just trying to focus on how we can showcase Iowa Western. It's a hidden gem to many of our students, even in the Omaha area. They don't know a lot about it, so we just want to be able to bring them to campus, because we know once we get them to campus, it's a whole different experience for them.
Area students go out and for some get their first experience or taste of Reiver Country. The Iowa Western Program Showcase. Win-win for everybody. Their future is waiting. The wait is over. The boys of summer are back at the dock. But up next, 100 out of 100? You heard right, when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back.
when you want to talk, I'm here.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
I'm not surprised. These boys have shown me their passion for the sport, so I'm not surprised. The Iowa Western Shotgun sports team makes history, and not just in Reiver Country, but for junior colleges everywhere. And so, how'd they do it? The sounds of a champion. The Iowa Western Shotgun sports team hit more targets than any other JUCO to win the Division IV National Championship. The Reivers tied the top four-year school, William Penn, for the overall title in Division IV. And MITCH Germany nailed 100 out of 100 and is the double-trap Natty champ, outshooting over 95 schools taking aim.
You know what? This is the most proud that I've ever been of this team. The first 2 days, kicked us down hard, but they came back even stronger. The last 3 days was nothing but awesome to watch.
All year I've been practicing shooting doubles because I said I wanted to run 100 at the beginning of the season because I knew that I was going to be at Nationals. So I just practiced, and I think the week before Nationals, I shot or practiced nearly 1,000 doubles targets just to prepare for the 100 at Nationals. The whole team was ecstatic. Everyone shot as hard as they could. You know, we had a few bumps on sporting clays and super sporting, but overall, everyone gave it their all and everyone tried their hardest, so I think everyone's fairly happy with the accomplishment.
We're probably the only two-year school to ever actually compete and beat all of the other four-year schools in an event like this. So this is, I mean, huge. This is a great accomplishment.
So fire away. The sound of a champion. The Iowa Western Shotgun Sports Team. Division IV Natty champs in more ways and one. And speaking of national champions, the Iowa Western baseball team, aka the Road Warriors, are on the road no more. Well, at least for home games, that is. Blue skies greet the Reivers on their shiny new Doc Ross Field. It's got Big Blue written all over it. Even the bases.
I'll use his dugout on his side. We got the white lines all the way around.
Time to shake on it, and then come out swinging. Southwestern gets a runner on in the first, but not anymore. 6-4-3 double play. Iowa Western gets it going in the second. Joseph Colbeck right up the box. Nelson Phillips, who reached on an error, hustles around the third. And then a walk and a ground out score the first two runs. Then Carter Wright goes the other way. Andrew Schroeder scores 3-0 Reivers. And then, would you look at that? The lights come on, and what a pretty sight. Fourth inning. Ty Wood with one of 11 Big Blue hits later scores 4-0. The Spartans, 3 errors here. A bad throw in the fifth leads to the 5th run. And the LED lighting shining on the home team. Iowa Western uses 6 pitchers, and they combine on a 4-hitter with 13 strikeouts. Andrew Schroeder then puts the visitors out of their misery in the 8th inning. Phillips scores the game-ending run, and the Reivers win on opening night in 10-0.
Yes. I think it played real. I think it played more natural. There wasn't, it wasn't fast, crazy fast, huge hops, anything like that.
Great. It's great being out here. There's no other JUCO like this, so just to know we have these kind of facilities to come out to every day, it's great.
Big time being out here, having a big field and all the lights, grandstand, all that stuff. And now a big screen coming too.
First impression is just how great the field is. Like, there's no other JUCO like this out here.
For me personally, it's a long time coming from when I got here 20 years ago to not just where the program is, but where administration has helped take me with facilities and things like that. So it's just it's awesome. Weather's going to be gorgeous this weekend.
Awesome indeed. Iowa Western gathers to put a post-game light on the situation and revel in its new digs, and then back to work.
Yeah!
From this season to the next, football, baby. Amen. Spring football has sprouted up once again. But once again, back out to the dock for the second night game in school history after the break.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
be nice. She's new. Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting?
Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
So the Reivers win their first night game at the dock, but what about the second? 8th-ranked Iowa Western hosts its first weekend series on the new carpeted surface. New field, same old story. Big Blue punches out the Blackhawks in Game 1, 4-3, and then Southeastern puts some hits together in the very first inning, and the visitors, here he comes. Slide in with a 5-0 lead, but the home team comes swinging back in the third. Alec Patino goes a-gapping. 2-run score, and suddenly the lead is cut to 3. And then Jacob Gish just gets around on one, and watch, it hits the football building. A 2-run shot for breakfast lunch and dinner, 5-4. 4th inning, Blake Stanger then stings one, and it too drops in. Andrew Schroeder comes home, bada bing, bada boom, tie game. Now the Red Bats only muster one more run. In the 6th, Schroeder swing and bunt. Augie Rasmussen safe at the plate, 6-5 Reivers. Tie game in the 7th. Carter Wright leads off of the double. Then Dylan Robertson here blasts one, and it's dropped. 2nd and 3rd, and then a wild pitch, 7-6 Big Blue. A sac fly makes it 8-6. Braden Pickett goes the last 3 to pick up the win. Iowa Western comes back to sink Southeastern.
Pretty good feeling, especially when you have everybody in the dugout cheering you on, having your back. So.
If you're going to have anything happen, you've heard me say this for a long time, JJ, if you're going to have anything happen to you, you want it to happen to you in the 1st or 2nd inning. So you've got a ways to, you got a while to come back.
No need to come back the next day. Big Blue jumps out 3-0 and holds off the Blackhawks 4-3 for the sweep. The Reivers now 20-6. And now, of course, before Big Blue officially came home, it was home away from home. Let me see, at Lewis Central, Bellevue West. How about UNO? Tal Anderson fields the site for the conference opener against Northeast. Bottom of the 2nd, Blake Stanger bangs a base hit. Run trots in, 2-1 Reivers. Look out, David Johnson gets drilled. And then 2 runs later, Alec Patino, a scorcher down the line. A 5-run inning. And it's 6-1 Iowa Western, and that'll warm me up. Top of the 3rd. What? Adam Stanton throws him out? The big right-hander goes 5, 1 run on 4 hits. Strikes out 5. Rarden and the Reivers slice out 12 hits overall. Patino here with his 2nd in the 4th inning. 2 more score 8-1. And then in the 6th, Dylan Robertson belts one of his 3 hits. Big Blue grounds the Hawks in 7, 11-1.
Kids are dumb. They'll say dumb things. They'll do dumb things, but they're not stupid. Like they're smarter than I am, and they know it's conference. And you could see different energy, different excitement, different focus.
All I saw was just a flash of the ball right back at me. Quick cat reflexes, caught it, came off my glove a little bit, and I was like, oh shoot! And then my glove was on my fingertips, and I was like, well, got to be athletic. So I kind of threw my glove down while sprinting, barehanded it, and made a good throw to first.
How do you rate this one, you guys? Key hits when you needed them.
Yeah, we did. A lot of guys came in clutch, swung it well, and turns out the ball game, we won 10 runs, so couldn't be happier.
Iowa Western, a.k.a. the Road Warriors, send a message to the rest of the league. It doesn't matter where the Reivers play. And then there's the softball team. back at the Wick for a trifecta of sorts. You see, 3 teams, 2 days. Flying high, or just over the Wickersham softball complex. Iowa Western leads Southeast 3-0 in the 4th inning. Cambry Stewart triples down the line. Kara Skipper then does what she does best, just goes the other way, and it's 4-0 Reivers. Then in the 5th, Carly Chonas comes off the DL, smokes one of the home team's 10 hits for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 7-0 Big Blue, and it's in the shades. In the circle, Ava Knoll gives up 3 hits, strikes out 8, all Iowa Western 8-0. The Reivers then rout Ellsworth in the nightcap, 12-0. Next day, Big Blue goes to bat against the Panthers in the afternoon game. 2nd inning, Carly Chonas crushes one to dead center. A 2-run shot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Her 2nd in as many days, and the Reivers are on the board. And then, look out, pass ball. A 4-run inning, 5-1, and just a tad cold. Now the visitors, 3 big errors on the day. In the 3rd, just drops it. 2 more score, 7-3 Iowa Western. Now Big Blue belts 10 hits again, and the Reivers erase Ellsworth again, 10-3.
Threw the ball pretty well. Been swinging it okay. Been swinging it well enough. Running the bases all right, but playing good defense, so can't complain.
I got off a 5-week injury, and I'm just really excited to be back on the field, and I'm just been waiting for my pitch and been really patient.
We just have like such good team chemistry that we all pick each other up every time, every game we pick each other up, and that's what brings us together really well.
Really well in the nightcap as Big Blue just KOs Southeast 14-0 in 5. The wind is blowing 2 days later against Iowa Lakes. 3rd inning in Iowa Western, and Riley Konowalchuk with a base hit, couple of runners on. But the Lakers making the plays when needed. Then in the 4th, another base hit, couple of runners on again and again. Nothing to laugh about. Now the Lakers just 2 in the 2nd, then here in the 5th, skies to left field. Can't make the play. 1 run is in, and another? No, it's a 3-run inning. Look out, the visitors blank Big Blue in game 1, 5-0. The Reivers take the 2nd, 9-5, and are now 26-12 overall. And finally, football, baby. Rise and shine, Sailors, on the other side.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Iowa Western football team has kicked off spring practice quietly. But then again, there's nothing quiet about Reiver football. So another spring practice, and again, once again, high expectations. But as Coach Stroh and every other coach around the country will tell you, they wouldn't have it any other way. Here's my ace of aces, Iwtv student Austin Greenland.
It was only 4 months ago. We watched the championship team come to its knees sporting a silver trophy. Fast forward to April, and it's hitting different with a whole new squad.
Right, on scan, ready, break.
You know, our expectations are always to compete for championships. You know, we were a long ways away. We lost a lot of players, but they know what it takes to get there. I think they can see maybe some areas that we needed to improve on and in order to get over the hump.
You know that post arm, he's just going to continue to block me. I want to post through and swipe both of our hands off. Hit, I'm right here.
After a championship run last season, but losing head quarterback Nate Glantz along with All-American linebacker Jacob Ellis, 136 guys behind me compete to fill some big shoes this upcoming fall, and there's only more of them to come.
A lot of evaluations. You know, that's what this spring's about, is to try to evaluate to see who, you know, because we have 100 coming in. You know, I mean, we have incoming guys coming in too. So this gives them their opportunity to prove where they should stand on the roster.
Everybody wants to run away with a starting spot, but none more than these guys. James Cooper, Aiden Eden, and Carson Rainey, all three redshirted last season. And while only one can get the job, they hope to fill this guy's shoes. Nate Glantz, the now Iowa State commit, led the Reivers to the national championship last December. So how do you replace the second all-time passer in school history?
He always just told me to be myself and do everything how I know I can do it. And don't let anybody try to discourage me, and just do what I know that I can do and do it to the best of my ability. Because I'm a young dude, I want to work on my leadership and be able to get these guys behind me and get them wanting to go to war every day. I'm really excited for this program. All these dudes out here is family for the rest of my life. The number one defense is coming back. Our offense is going to be even better than it was last year. We're just ready to go.
What's the mindset coming into this season?
The mindset is really we basically just focusing and trying to correct everything we did wrong last year. One thing about us, like when we get new guys coming in, we treat them like we've been knowing them for the whole time. So everybody sticks together and everybody's like a family here.
In the end, it's spring. Plays are to be made, and plays will be missed. Jukes are to be thrown, and push-ups will be done. What's ahead of this team is yet to be written, but greatness and success have a way of unraveling themselves.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. First day, we coming on. First day, good day.
Reporting for IWTV Sports,
We're trying to be great.
I'm Austin Greenland.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what's the River football, boy?
Thanks, Austin. Yeah, the spring game is just a few first downs away. And also, this just in. The Iowa Western women's basketball team has hired its next head coach. You might know her, former assistant Jillian Flores. And of course, we'll have more with Jillian on our next show. And so for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm JJ Davis. And as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.